Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours, go!
Santa Cruz Tallboy, CC. It's purple, I think.
Is that a golf club in your hand?
Yeah, I borrowed a golf club because we were super bored, so we just started like putting golf balls around the yard.
Awesome. Glad you're continuing to develop those new skills.
Yes. I'm coming out of this so much better than I know. I'll just lose all fun. Yeah, large frame, 470 reach, 435 chainstay, like kind of basic. Shimano drivetrain with the 45 cassette with the short cage derailleur. Kind of keeps it out of the way. And these smaller bikes, I don't know, you don't need a ton of gearing, I don't think. Race face, Nexstar carbon wheels, 30 millimeter internal. I've ridden the wider wheels, and for me, I don't like it. A lot of other people like the 35s, people that I work with especially, but for me, it just gives kind of a dead ride, and tire profile's a little bit weird. Maxxis DHR2 with the max grip compound and an exo casing. I love that tire, great all-around tire. And I think one of the only ones you can get in the exo casing with the sticky rubber. So that's kind of important here. You don't need a ton of tire, but a good rubber compound always helps. Race face Nexstar cranks, 175 length, 34 tooth chainring, XTR pedals. I've tried so many different pedals. I always come back to Shimano ones. They're durable, and you always know when you're in and out. They just work flawlessly for the most part. This is probably what most people have been talking about.
Yeah.
Stock on this bike is a 190 by 45 metric shock. That is a 7.5 by 2 imperial shock. It ends up being like 191 by 50 point something, I think. So it turns it from a 120 bike into like 128-ish, something like that. And Tallboy is incredibly progressive, so it does work pretty well with a coil shock. 175 Fox dropper post. Again, these frames are awesome. I have short little legs, but I ride relatively long bikes. You can fit any post you want in this. It's been really nice. Working our way forward. Oh, Ergon. I just got one of these Ergon seats. The SME in the narrow. I really like it. It might be my favorite seat now. I've always ridden the Specialized Henge in the 143s, and I think I like this one even more. We'll see. And I'm riding their grips now too. GE1s. Got a little bit of a profile to them, but they are flat on the ends, which I really like because I hang my hand off the edge of the grip a little bit. And any grip with a lock ring or like a little ridge on there tends to bug me. I'm really finicky about seats, shoes, and grips. So I'm always trying stuff. Normally it's ODIs, but these seem really good now. Nexstar bar in a 35 rise. And I cut my bars to 765, and then the grips go off the end. So they end up being around 780. Shimano XTR brakes, 4-piston, 9120s. 203 brake rotors, front and rear. The larger rear rotor definitely helps control heat a little bit better. Things last longer.
Nice.
The front wheel's missing because I have a tire on there that's not supposed to be on video, and I didn't figure it out until this morning.
Oh.
So I had to take the wheel off and hide it. On the new 36s and 38s, the 40s pretty much always had it, but we have what's called a floating axle. And we got Taj to film a little clip kind of explaining exactly what that means.
axles have lied. It won't float. So floating axle is no new thing, but for those of you who don't know how it works, basically it allows your fork hub mounting surface to be positioned either a little bit narrower or a little bit wider depending on your hub spacing. There's two different flavours of axle and each does this in a slightly different way. So first off, let's look at the quick release option. The hub spacing on the quick release option is locked in via this floating sleeve. It's held in place by this shim, which serves two purposes. It holds the shim in place via this retaining tang, and it also stops you over tightening the pinch bolt. So the first time you install your wheel, you'll want to go through this process. So you pop your wheel in, this is my fake wheel, and install the hub. Tighten up the axle so it's snug, and then you'll want to push on your handlebars, and that allows this leg, which is floating, to settle itself in the chassis, to align itself. Then you'll need to tighten up the pinch bolt to 5.1 Newton meters. Then you want to do up your quick release, and you can see it's not orientated where you would want it, which is ideally a couple of mil from this leg. So in the end here there's a 4mm hex, and you can tighten or loosen that to adjust where the quick release snugs up. There we go. So that's how you would install your wheel with the quick release option. You only have to lock in the hub spacing once, and then you can go and ride. So if you're looking for even more stiffness, there's the cable option. This gives you more torsional rigidity, but you will have to carry 6mm Allen key. The floating sleeve and the retaining shim aren't required for the cab bolt, but you will have to replace the retaining shim with this shim, which stops you over tightening the pinch bolt. So to install your wheel with the cab bolt, pop it in, pop the axle through, and then you tighten up the axle to 9 Newton meters, and then give a press on your handlebars, and that allows again the fork leg to line up the chassis. It's floating there, and then we tighten the pinch bolt to 5.1 Newton meters. So there you go, floating axles. Nothing to do with bolts.
It's really super basic once you see the video, but it makes a big difference in fork performance.
Cool. You gonna take that thing out for a ride today?
Yeah, suit up and go for a quick birthday ride.
Sweet.
By myself.
Perfect, man. A little different birthday than last year.
Definitely different than last year. I'm not gonna have anybody rub hot sauce in my eye and blind me for half an hour.
Oh no.